Hello and welcome to Lux tutorial, and today we are back with another video, and today we are going to discuss about the class 9 CBSE Science Syllabus. And for that we have again called Suchismita Mam, who is going to explain the entire reduced syllabus in detailed format in a PPT. So let's welcome Suchismita Mam.
Hello
Haha.
everyone and a very warm welcome to all of my students who are watching the video again, and today I'm going to discuss all the details of the science syllabus and especially the reduced parts of class 9. So for that reason I need to share my screen, so just give me a second. Okay, so let's just start with the syllabus reduction in the session 2021. This is for those students who are going to give class 9 exam in 2021, and there are some reductions in the syllabus. So before we go into the reduction part, let me first discuss about all the units and the details of the syllabus so that you can understand what to study and what to not. Okay, so first, this is the course structure, that is the whole science subject is divided into 5 units in class 9. First unit is about matter, that is the nature and behavior, under which we have the chapters matter, nature of matter, particle nature, basic units, and the structure of atoms. Then next unit we have organization in the living world, in which we have cell, the basic units of life, tissues, organs, organ systems and organisms, biological diversity, health and diseases. Then in unit 3 is a motion, force and work, under which we have the chapter motion, force and laws of Newton's laws, gravitation, flotation, work and work, energy and power, and sound. Unit 4 is basically having two parts, which is our environment is basically having two parts: physical resources, biogeochemical cycles in nature. Unit 5 is having only one chapter, that is food production. Next, again, I have divided the whole syllabus into the three subjects, three parts of the subject, that is physics part, chemistry part, and biology part. In physics part, basically we have the chapters motion, force and laws of motion, gravitation and flotation as one chapter, work and energy, and sound. In chemistry part, we have matter in our surrounding. Is matter around us pure? Atoms and molecules, structure of atoms. In biology, the fundamental units of life, tissues, diversity in living organisms, why do we all fall ill, natural resources, improvement in food resources. Moving ahead with the physics part of the syllabus, basically the first chapter that you study in physics in class 9 is motion. And in chapter motion, there is no as such change mentioned by the board for the session 2021. So whatever is there in the chapter, you have to study all. Then after motion, we all study force and laws of motion. In force and laws of motion also, there is as such no change prescribed by the board for this session. Under the chapter gravitation and flotation, the whole flotation part of the chapter is excluded, which includes thrust and pressure, Archimedes principle, buoyancy, elementary ideas of relative densities. And in work and energy chapter, as such, no change is mentioned by the board. There is one more chapter in physics, which is sound, that we used to teach in class 9 and you used to study it in class 9. But this year, in 2021, the whole sound chapter is totally excluded from the syllabus. So no need to study the chapter sound at all. That's it for physics. Now we will move to the next chemistry part. In chemistry, basically we have these chapters: matter in our surrounding, is matter around us pure, atoms and molecules, and structure of atoms. Moving ahead, matter in our surrounding, the first chapter in the NCERT book and the first chapter in chemistry is totally excluded this year. In the next chapter, is matter around us pure, there are no as such change mentioned by the board. In structure of atoms also, there are no change mentioned by the board, and in atoms and molecules also, there are no changes. So as a whole, I can say that in chemistry part, only the first chapter is totally excluded. Rest, all of the chapters are kept as it is by the board. Next, coming to the biology section, basically these are the chapters of biology that we have. The first chapter that we study about cells, that is the fundamental units of life, has no change. Then we study tissue. In tissues also there are as such no change mentioned. Then the next chapter, how do we fall ill? Over there also there are no changes mentioned. Diversity in living organisms is totally excluded in the syllabus. Natural resources, this whole chapter natural resources is kept for portfolio or periodic assessment. That means there are no questions coming in the final papers from this particular section. And the last unit, if you remember, the last unit has only one chapter, which is the food production. In book which is named as food resources, that chapter is totally excluded from the syllabus. Now coming to the next, marks distribution, again comparison with the previous year. Matter, its nature and behavior. Previously it used to have 23 marks, but this year it's having 27 marks. And remember, one chapter is totally excluded. The first chapter from this section is totally excluded. So the rest of the chapter you have to study very carefully and in details, because the marks have already increased and the chapter is reduced from there. Organization in living world, previously it was coming 20 marks, and this time it's going to come for 26 marks. And again in this part also we have one total chapter excluded. So the rest of the chapters are having very huge importance at this particular time of your preparation. So prepare those chapters very well, go by every details and study clearly everything. For in the physics part, motion, force and work, there are as such no change mentioned in the marking scheme. It is coming for 27 marks only. But remember, again in this section also, flotation part is totally excluded and the chapter sound is also totally excluded. So there are a lot of things which is already excluded from this part, but the marks are kept same. So again the same suggestion, please go through the details very well. Numericals, practice the numericals very well, because the chapters are less but the marks are same. So you have to study it very well. Then the last two parts of the unit, our environment and food production. In previous year it used to come for 6 and 4 marks, but this year this whole unit 4 and unit 5 is totally excluded from the final term paper. For basically unit 4 is coming for portfolio or assessment, internal assessment, and food production, that is a unit 5, is totally excluded from the syllabus. That's it for the distribution of marks. As such, nothing is left over here to discuss. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, for explaining the entire syllabus of class 9 CBSE Science in much detail. But ma'am, few questions that generally comes in the mind of a student is that, is it really 30% of the syllabus that the council has already said? What do you want to say about this, ma'am?
Yes, in this case it is almost 30%, more or less 30% from the syllabus that is excluded in 2021 session. So if I compare it with the whole syllabus, it's almost 30%. It's exactly as it is said by the council.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, one more thing is that since so much of the portion has been removed from the syllabus, is it really going to impact the class 9 students' learning process when they will go in class 10, or they will go in higher classes like 11 and 12? What will be the problems faced by the class 9 students? What do you want to say about this?
Basically, in physics, the chapter sound that they learn in class 9, there is as such no chapters in class 11 having all those details. So I guess students are going to miss this part. They don't have that details in class 11. There are no as such chapter sound mentioned in class 11. Coming to the chemistry and in biology part, they have all those subjects, that is topics in class 11s and 12s. So I don't think that's going to have that much of impact over there. So it won't be that much of difficult for the students. After all, they all are going to start again with class 11s, and hopefully that time the situations won't be like this. So I don't think they're going to have that much of impact over there.
Yes, ma'am. Right. So thank you, ma'am, for explaining this entire syllabus in much detail. I will be again calling you for sharing some tips from your side to the students, those who are appearing for the final year 2021 board examination. as well as for the students of class 9 also, so that they can get good results in class 9 finals. They can understand how to prepare themselves for the final examination. So I'm sure, ma'am, that you will be there for all the students at that time.
Definitely, I'm always there for my students. Whatever they need, I'm always there. That's it.
So thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you understand what are the topics that has been removed from the CBSE class 9 syllabus, and you have noted down with a pen and paper, and you have written all the details in your copy. So thank you for watching this video. We will be back in another lecture where we will be discussing about the detailed analysis of some other subject. Don't forget to press the subscribe button and the bell notification. And if you like the video, click on the thumbs up button so that you will be getting notified whenever we will come up with another video. So till then, goodbye, stay home, stay safe.